Good.
I've missed you. I haven't talked to you in a hot minute.
Yeah, we're getting busy.
Love it. I love it.
I know. I know. Trying to balance everything, you know.
Well, how's your first quarter right now?
Honestly, a lot of Januaries I sold none. I mean, sometimes I don't sell anything till April. I've done more than I've ever done in part of this year. So I love it. I mean, our spring market kind of in this area starts seeing things in like February, but I don't know. There was no delay.
I feel like it did start early.
The pricing still is fluctuating quite a bit, but I don't think people are slowing down.
It's the same with the mortgage industry and loans and lending. Like the rates are and pricing is still all over the place, but people are basically coming to the conclusion and saying, hey, if I can afford a house at this monthly cost when I refi and get a lower rate, then I'm definitely going to be able to afford a house at that.
Yeah.
So they're not waiting anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of things have happened in the past few years where people have been like, oh, I'm going to wait, until rates go down and stuff. But as the years go on, I mean, they have kids and they get divorced and they're getting married and like
nobody knows what tomorrow is going to happen.
Yeah.
What's going to happen tomorrow? When you wake up, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Everybody that was just sitting waiting since like 2020 is now like, I'm bursting at the seams. I have to do something. So, and it's good. So
now that I've had my coffee, or I'm currently having my coffee, let's just knock this out and get this out of the way because we're about to get canceled. This whole NAR situation, in your words, as a real estate agent, you are not an attorney, you are not as a real estate professional. We can discuss this and actually let people know what really is going on behind the scenes as far as stuff in our industry.
Yeah. So here it is. When you list your home to sell, your listing agent is telling you how much you're going to pay in commissions. You agree on it. Some of that money is then offered out on the market for a buyer's agent who is now representing a buyer to bring you a qualified buyer and get them through to the finish line.
Okay, makes
so
sense.
You as the listing agent are the one looking at that number you just negotiated and saying, I'll take this portion of it and pay you to bring me somebody who gives the best deal.
Okay, cool.
It's all disclosed. When you sign that listing contract, you know how much this one's keeping and how potentially this much may get. That's always been kind of how things work. Unless you want to be a for sale by owner and you don't want to pay another side, okay, cool. Then you don't hire a realtor to do this.
Right. Then you have the buyers that are signing a buying agreement in order to go out and look at houses and spend all this time and money and investment that a real estate agent is going to put into them to do all this work. You're signing a buying agreement, so it's a legally binding document that you're going to pay X amount.
It also gives the buyer's agent the ability to work on your behalf. So that's what that contract is.
Okay, I'm following.
Yeah. So the lawsuits, what happened with those, and they got miscommunicated a lot, but what came down to it is they don't like to see that this brokerage and this brokerage are working together and paying each other out of the money that was collected from the seller side.
Hold on a minute, because I'm really confused because I thought the whole thing was we all work together.
Well, the lawsuit basically said that looks like you guys are in cahoots with each other. What now has happened is NAR has settled a bunch of lawsuits that were coming up with people saying, oh, I don't like how you did that, and I want my money back and all that. So they settled them so we can no longer be sued for past things that have happened, but now we can no longer advertise that this brokerage may pay that brokerage to get the deal done. They don't want it advertised, and that's what's so confusing to me is because why, if it's all out in the open, it's all out in the open.
That's transparent.
That's transparency to me, but
that's what people want.
They're okay with us still doing the way business has been done, but they don't want us advertising it on
Okay,
the
so
MLSs.
they're basically saying you guys can still do that. Everybody's gonna know that it's still being done, but please don't advertise it and don't show people that you're actually doing it, which is a detriment to buyers and borrowers.
Yeah, that's gonna cause so many like weird things, in my opinion.
That's gonna cause so many more issues and so many more problems, because in my line of work and my outlook is people want transparency. People want communication.
And maybe that's why this began. Is
I feel like I'm getting really heated over this, and I'm not even a real estate agent.
Yeah. Some agents, though, I mean, yeah, if the person felt like they were just pushed through and they didn't have things explained, I mean, I get it. You didn't know what actually happened.
Okay,
But,
hold the train.
Hold the train.
Don't.
When you see our politicians standing there telling realtors to reduce the amount of commission so that will help the consumer, that's like so incorrect. What you just did is you just turned that buyer into having to pay for representation when it used to be something that was kind of built into a listing. So if that kind of goes that way, and you're a buyer that, needs down payment assistance and you don't have a ton of cash, you want a realtor, you may have to pay their commission, and that's so tough.
Right.
For a VA buyer, USDA buyer, I mean, FHA, like...
Why are you going to make it more difficult for people to buy homes?
That's what it really did.
Again.
I mean, not totally, and no, we're still going to be able to do business and everything's fine, but that, they did not think about the small guy. I don't think they did. It didn't protect all the realtors either. It helped anybody who did less than $2 billion in sales. So, I mean, there's some big players out there.
Okay, so...
And they didn't get...
Part of, I mean, with everything that's been going on for the last couple of months, we needed to talk about this and bring it in light, and I feel like we're going to talk about this a lot more. But I also have been watching one of my, real estate shows. My husband came in the room, and he's like, oh, it's a $20 million house, and the commission is $200,000. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It's not like that agent who just sold a house is going to get a check for $200,000. The brokerage would get that check, but out of that check, again, comes commission, overhead, marketing, and when you're talking about a $20 million house, you're talking about $50,000 in marketing, probably.
Oh, because they'll put up more. And if anybody makes $200,000 as a small business owner and pays taxes on that, there's a lot of taxes that have to come out of that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
After all that, you end up you might catch your bills up for the month.
Right.
And then you're back to like, all right, I need another deal. But yeah, I mean, I feel that a little bit. I'm not doing $2 million homes.
I'm using that as an example.
I know. And that does look like, wow.
The perception that he came in with and came at me with watching this show, I'm like, let's back up.
Yeah.
Because that's not the case.
That's kind
so
of
much
hold steady. I know they
So.
have all kinds of, well, this fixed this, and this kept you from being sued, and this protects this part, and I'm still listening. I want to hear, I'm watching all the things coming down from the legal and all that. I don't know. I'm prepared to do business however we have to do it. I just feel like it's not transparent to hide commissions.
So we will continue to keep you updated on things.
Yeah, that's why I am starting to Know Your Worth Wednesday, where I just let realtors, and I'm gonna branch out to all our industry people too. Like, we're all kind of doing this together, trying to get somebody to the finish line, and we all support each other. But man, you forget when people throw that in your face. Oh, you shouldn't make this much money. Like, why do you get to make this much money?
Let's sit down and have a talk, and I'll put numbers to paper, and I'll show you exactly how much money I made on this. It was $2.
I know. Yeah, I made a really great commission. Would you like to see how much credit card debt I have too?
Right.
Like, more money, more problems. I mean, let's move on to more positive things. Just keep doing what you're doing, folks, because nobody.
In the first quarter, things are looking good. Things are moving in the right direction. Everybody has momentum, regardless of the crap going on in the background.
Yeah.
Tune out the noise.
Yes.
Focus.
Yeah.
And get it done.
Yeah.
And again, we work for the betterment of our borrowers and buyers.
Yeah.
So
Literally. I mean, that's all we
I've
are
gotten-
focusing on.
I literally have gotten yelled at before for being too transparent with my
No,
borrowers.
never can be too
I don't
transparent.
think so either.
People want the truth. They want you to be honest with them, and that is,
We work in the industry, it's all about trust.
yeah,
It is all about trust. We are
so much.
so far
Yeah, you have
digging
to
in
earn
your
it. You have to earn your
life.
client's trust, and then you have to prove it, and then have their back the whole way through the deal.
absolutely.
And that's agents just keep focusing on your clients, and your
Alright.
business, and you'll be just fine.
Yay! Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like there was just a lot that just needed to come out, like vomit.
I know, and I'm still trying to figure out both sides. So, yeah.
But whatever you learn, I want to know.
Okay.
However, I can help you guys the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you for always tuning in and watching our podcast. We will see you next time.
Yes, but please, before then, like, comment, subscribe. We need those comments. We need those questions.
And buy a house.